If you clicked on this video, you probably just watched Thor Ragnarok, and you probably enjoyed every second that Korg was on screen.
Of course, Korg is the funny guy made out of rocks.
What's the worst that could happen?
Nope, wrong guy.
Here and kind of all.
Nope, not him either.
Sounds like you had a pretty special and intimate relationship with this hammer, and that losing it was almost comparable to losing a loved one.
It's a nice way of putting it.
Yep, that's him, and he stole every scene that he was in.
So who the hell is Korg? Let's find out.
Before we dive into Korg's comic book origins, make sure to subscribe for a bunch of Thor Ragnarok videos, including our review and spoiler talk.
Speaking of spoilers, if you haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, be warned, there are light spoilers up ahead. Now here's a quick crash course on Korg.
Korg was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby in the 1960s as one of the nameless invading stone aliens who Thor repelled from Earth in Thor's comic book debut, Journey into the Mystery. It was titled Thor the Mighty and the Stone Men from Saturn. Except Korg isn't from Saturn, he's actually a Kronan from the planet Rhea. By the way, the Kronans are a military dictatorship that hasn't had much success in expanding their empire. It wasn't until decades later that Korg was finally given a name, as Greg Pak brought him to life in Planet Hulk.
Korg's role in the Planet Hulk story arc is important here because it's most similar to the version of Korg that we see in Thor Ragnarok. In the comics, Korg crash lands on Sakaar and is forced to become a gladiator in the Red King's arena. He was even implanted with one of those obedience discs that we saw in the movie. Back to the books, Hulk too crash landed on Sakaar and he was put in the same cell as Korg. They quickly became fast friends and formed a group called the Warbound that eventually overthrew the Red King. In addition to Planet Hulk, Korg had a significant run in World War Hulk, After Smash, Dark Sun, and many more.
As a Kronan, Korg's entire body is made of stone. He also stands over 8 feet tall and weighs over 2,000 pounds. That's a big dude, so I know what you're thinking. What's his diet like? Well, Kronans eat rocks. Yeah, that's right. No surprise. Yeah, instead of the usual space cuisine, Kronans enjoy the fine dining of coal and shale. They don't have any biological need for food, water, oxygen, or sunlight. A full-grown Kronan can lift over 100 tons and live for centuries. They can also withstand extreme temperatures like molten lava, unlike this guy. Korg has all the powers you would expect from a giant made out of stones. Yep, he's nearly indestructible, he has super strength, stamina, and he's a weapons master. Kronans are virtually unkillable unless their bodies are shattered or ground to dust, which literally happened in Thor the Dark World. They also possess super advanced tech, including interstellar travel, advanced robotics, and atomic force fields. Basically the Putty Patrol on steroids.
Korg's film debut came in 2010 with Planet Hulk, which largely retold the events of the Planet Hulk story arc from the Incredible Hulk series. A flashback also shows the Kronans' failed invasion of Earth and defeat at the hands of Thor. Now in Thor the Dark World, we're introduced to a Kronan in the beginning of the movie, but it's never named as Korg. And as we mentioned earlier, Thor makes quick work of him. And if you paid close enough attention in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, you probably noticed a pair of Kronans fighting during that space jump scene. Now the biggest difference in Ragnarok is Korg's relationship with Thor. In the comics and the previous films, Thor does not get along with the Kronans, but in the recent film, he's a much more pleasant hang for the God of Thunder. Korg is adorable, funny, and loyal to his friends. Simply said, he's Thor Ragnarok's Groot.
Tell me you guys have a refrigerator somewhere with a bunch of severed human toes.
And just like Groot, Korg can fight. He's a skilled fighter, having fought in both the Kronan army as well as spending time in the Grand Master's battle arena and surviving. But instead of a focus on world domination, this version of Korg just wants to start a simple revolution with his buddies.
Fun fact, before providing the voice of Korg, Taika Waititi originally wanted the role to go to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Which is perfectly on brand for a character made of rocks. Although, Taika was perfect in this role.
I would have loved to see The Rock in this. I don't know why, but I see why they didn't do it, because maybe Vin Diesel grew. It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, we don't want any more drama between The Rock and Vin Diesel.
That's bullshit.
True. Guys, let us know what you thought of Korg in Thor Ragnarok, and how'd you like the movie? We have a ton of Thor content on our channel, so be sure to subscribe. We will see you next time.
Bye-bye.